Welcome. Thank you all for joining us on this blustery but beautiful fall day here in New England. Katie and Zach have asked me to extend a very warm welcome to all of you on this, their wedding day. They've asked that you please silence your cell phones and to refrain from any photography during the ceremony. There are two very talented photographers here at work already. Thank you. Please rise. You may be seated. Love often travels an unpredictable path. We never know where it will find us or what will bring that special person into our lives. In the case of Katie and Zach, that journey was long. It lasted through broken taillights and pandemics and trekked from Ithaca to Argentina. It took time. Katie, in fact, might have thought it took too much time. But when the time was right, Zach knew. Friends, I call upon you all to serve as witnesses to the marriage of Katie and Zach. We are here to celebrate with them and to wish them every happiness in their future life together. That life starts today. As we begin, we will hear from Lynn Ortell, mother of the bride, on behalf of Flora Bishop, Katie's grandmother. You do.
As you know, my mom, yes, sorry. I'm sorry. As you know, my mom was unable to be here today, and she certainly misses being here, but she had asked, or Katie had asked her if she could kindly pick out one of her favorite readings, and I'm very honored to be able to read that on her behalf today. A reading from the Corinthians, chapter 13. Love is patient, love is kind. It is not pompous, it is not rude, it is not quick-tempered. It does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails, so faith, hope, love remains. These three, but the greatest of all is love.
Nice job. Next, we will hear from Anne LeConte-Poles, aunt and godmother of the groom. Anywhere you want.
Can't tell you how honored I am to be here today with you guys. This is about marriage, and the author is Hallmark. Do you want to hold it down?
I can hold it.
Marriage is not a piece of paper neatly folded in a file. It's two people on a journey they hope will make them smile. Two people courageously placing their hearts out on the line. Two people bravely facing their fears gained over time. Two whole and happy people who want to share their lives, to hold hands through life lessons and celebrate good times. To have someone who knows us but loves us all the same. Someone who makes us light up by just whispering our name. If marriage was a piece of paper, it would be a piece of art, hanging in a gallery, stirring people's hearts. And as they gazed into it, that marriage in a frame, their thoughts on what made marriage would never be the same. It takes a little kindness, a whole heart full of love, loyalty and understanding, some prayers from up above. It takes strength and true compassion, and words that do not hurt. Two people on a journey that want to make it work. To be there for each other, even more when things get tough. First you choose each other, and then keep choosing love. Hope you really have it. Thanks.
Nice job. Katie, please repeat after me. I, Katie, take you, Zach, to be my beloved husband.
I, Katie, take you, Zach, to be my beloved husband.
To love you in good times and in bad.
To love you in good times and in bad.
When life seems easy and when it seems hard.
When life seems easy and when it seems hard.
When our love is simple and when it is an effort.
When our love is simple and when it is an effort.
I promise to be by your side in sadness and joy.
I promise to be by your side in sadness and in joy.
To love you unconditionally.
To love you unconditionally.
And to laugh with you for all the days to come.
And to laugh with you for all the days to come.
Zach, repeat after me. I, Zach, take you, Katie, to be my beloved wife.
I, Zach, take you, Katie, to be my beloved wife.
To love you in good times and in bad.
To love you in good times and in bad.
When life seems easy and when it seems hard.
When life seems easy and when it seems hard.
When our love is simple and when it is an effort.
When our love is simple and it is an effort.
I promise to be by your side in sadness and joy.
I promise to be by your side in sadness and joy.
To love you unconditionally.
To love you unconditionally.
And to laugh with you for all the days to come.
And to laugh with you for all the days to come.
Do you, Zach, take Katie to be your wife?
I do.
Do you, Katie, take Zach to be your husband?
I do.
May we have the rings? No? As if by magic. We do indeed have the rings.
Good job, Ethan.
Okay, if you each want to take yours. Yeah. Okay. Katie, repeat after me. Zach, with this ring, I thee wed.
Zach, with this ring I thee wed.
You can place it on his finger. Zach, Katie, with this ring, I thee wed.
Katie, with this ring I thee wed.
Katie, Zach, you have declared before us all that you will live together in marriage. You have made promises to each other, promises symbolized by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, and by the ring each of you now wears. Having pledged yourselves to one another, I do now, by virtue of the authority vested in me, pronounce you to be husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. LeConte.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, can I ask for your attention, please? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'll try to keep this brief because I know we got a bunch more coming down the pipe. Life partners should be complementary of one another. When I look at Zach and Kate, I see that. Not being a real chatterbox, Zach is often in observation mode. You know, Jalen actually has a way to communicate with Zach purely on head bobs alone. But Kate brings him out of that shell, reminding him to keep an open mind and try new things like cross-continent traveling, homemade duck and fig pizza, or wearing a very bright orange Hawaiian shirt on a surprise trip to Foxwoods. And I know that Kate can be a little much sometimes when she gets to planning itineraries or bathroom renovation ideas, and she needs someone patient like Zach to keep her in line and on track. Zach encourages Kate to thrive in life, late night homework to finish up her master's, and Zoom job interviews to further her career path. He always has her support. I was in Tahoe back in 2013 when Kate called me to tell me she was dating my best friend. I wasn't thrilled, to say the least. Zach was my friend, and I didn't want to share it. Well, I've come around completely since then, and I couldn't think of someone better to marry my little sister. Welcome to the family, Zach. Congratulations, both of you.
Once again, Andy, very nice job. Show him some love, ladies and gentlemen. He's been there for the journey. Our next one up, Joe. Are you, oh, you bring your glass? Yeah, you're ready to party? Don't forget your drink, that's right. Let's hear it for Joe, ladies and gentlemen. Don't get quiet tonight.
Thank you so much, thank you. Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. As you just heard, my name is Joe Krzyzewski, the real meat and cheese of this best man trio sandwich you see in front of you. Right? Feast your eyes. It has been my pleasure to know both these people for nearly 20 years now. What a wonderful reason for us all to come together today. Many faces I haven't seen in a long time, especially all get together in the same room. To celebrate these individuals coming together in the bond of marriage. And how about this ceremony, right? Let's hear it for the ceremony. I might have shed a tear myself. And hey, the kids did great too. Proud dad moment for me. I want to thank Lynn and Tom, Arthur and Nancy for bringing us these amazing individuals, Zach and Katie. Wow, this is incredible. Here we go, Zach. When Zach and I first met, he had this Jeep, a black Jeep Cherokee. And all I really knew about this Jeep was, well, it belonged to Zach, and that it had previously been underwater while he was driving it. I don't actually know, I wasn't there. Andy was there, you have to ask him. But I knew I had to try this out. And we had a few short adventures together, and I knew of a place where we could really test the limits of this fine piece of machinery he was building. So off we went, one very hot and sunny day in the summer of 2005. Yep, we got stuck. Broke a half shaft on that steed. Called for recovery. Someone Zach knew, older than us, had a ton more off-roading experience. He too broke a half shaft. And I don't quite remember, I think I actually walked home that day, but it certainly turned into a spectacle on the side of 495 trying to recover now 2 broken heaps. And in that moment, Zach and I probably would have been best to shake hands and just go our separate ways. We probably both knew that this would develop into a tactless, toxic relationship where our competitive nature would inevitably break each other's toys and fight us to the point of tears. Instead, Zach went out and got himself a road car, a Maxima, a lot like the one Andy was driving at the time, which of course brought on teasing and torment amongst us. But as luck would have it, however, Andy would later go to wreck his Maxima in a snowstorm in Vermont and landed himself, that's right, driving Zach's black Cherokee. I'll admit, I might have bought one too.
2?
2 or 3? 3. In school, Andy and I had similar interests, and so I'd be over the house either practicing drums or fixing a dirt bike or fixing the drums, maybe riding a dirt bike, maybe setting off fireworks. You know, the things neighbors take kindly to. And all this time I knew Katie, but our interactions were limited. She was Andy's younger sister, and of course her presence or intervention was not to compete with the very important things us guys were doing. Not long after, however, I found myself in the working world, in recreation. We had a swimming pool there, and Katie was now in college, and I knew that she had a swimming background at the same company that I had learned from. And I knew that if she could exist there, shy company, I won't mention names. I knew that if she could make it there, that she would thrive with me. So I offered her a job during her summer break. And anyone that knows Katie knows she can do anything and really wants to. Finance, hospitality, analysis, any opportunities. Okay, nothing. And Zach, he was at our house one New Year's Eve, and so was Katie. And as the party died down and all the guests dropped one by one, there were Zach and Katie, engaged in deep conversation like there was no one else around. And it didn't take long before Zach was blowing off our weekend plans to drive out to Ithaca. And Katie would find a job opportunity where she could make a bigger impact. Still, they have remained a huge part of my life, our lives. Through each of their unique and remarkable qualities, Zach and Katie bring people together, just like here today. If you need a door installed, Zach's your guy. Make sure you have beer, though. If it's adventure you seek, Katie is always willing to bridge the bilingual gap. Be willing to play a board game or a card game after with her, though. Katie, Zach, look around. Here are all your biggest fans. Here's to you.
Very nice, Joe. As we pass it on to Parker.
Uh-oh. The only person more nervous about this speech than myself is Zach. And you're all about to find out why. Zach once told me that he stays quiet a lot of the time because he doesn't want to say the wrong thing. I don't have this filter. Or really any filter whatsoever, which some of you learned last night. Now typically, groups of people from New York and Boston in the same building, we're not rooting for the same team. But tonight we are. Tonight we're celebrating the marriage of two of my best friends, Katie and Zach. Now I've been to a lot of these things and the night's always too short, so I'm going to try to make this quick. And I think there's like 3 or 7 people going after me. Katie, seeing you in that dress today, just absolutely stunning. Can we hear it for the bride? Zach, it only took me 9 years to marry. Katie, I'm glad that you've taken it upon yourself to be the person that will spend a lifetime teaching Zach how to hunt and fish. It is great to see a room full of people, family and friends, all here to celebrate this amazing day. Special thanks to everybody that's traveled from out of state to be here. Really amazing to see how far people travel for a free meal. Zach, Joe, Andy, and myself have been close friends since high school. We've all known if there was somebody that... We've all known that if you had to talk to somebody, you go to Zach. He's a real listener. Always willing to open up and share his feelings. I remember one day we were all over at Joe and Jalen's house in Maple Street, and Zach was really excited or nervous or something. He had an energy that I really hadn't ever seen out of him. I was kind of thinking he backed into my car when he got there. So he pulls me aside and says, "Andy, what would you think about me dating your sister?" Now I'm confused because my sister's in a 4-year relationship at this point, and none of my friends call me Andy. I then realized that Zach is doing a practice run on me for what he will then later say Andy. This, of course, never actually happened, and Zach and I will continue to never speak about our feelings with each other. We've had years of laughs. When I was writing the speech, I was going through the Rolodex of good times that we've had, and I realized that I'm not really allowed to mention any of them, as I will include myself and possibly some others in this room. We've even cried. I remember myself and Zach were at Richie and Laura Kerzenkowski's house in the summer of 2008, and I received a phone call from my mother. She was calling to tell me that my dog Sam we had to put him down. Now, Sam was my first dog, so naturally I was devastated, and as tears filled my eyes, Zach did what any good friend would do. He got up and walked into the kitchen, opened the fridge, grabbed himself a beer, and went and sat down in the other room. Oh, I was supposed to say hi, Mom. I skipped that line. Hi, Mom. I'd like to thank the parents of the bride and groom for hosting this magnificent weekend. Lynn and Tom, congratulations on raising a smart, beautiful, caring daughter that is determined to save our planet by controlling the population of various species of birds. Nancy and Arthur, you tried your best. No, I'm just kidding. I want to thank you for raising a man that is worthy of being one of my brothers. Love you guys. Well, with that being said, we're going to raise a glass. May the love of your life be as bright as the stars tonight. To Mr. and Mrs.
That's Parker. Show him some love. Very nice. And now the one that broke the rules did everything wrong, so you didn't have to. Our beautiful matron of honor, Liz. Let's give her a nice round of applause coming up with our last toast.
And welcome. I'm Katie's favorite sister, Liz, in case you didn't know, and I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate Katie and Zach. This union was 8 or 9 years in the making, and I know we've all been very patiently waiting for this day. Katie, as my sister, I love you and trust you implicitly. She has always been supportive of me. I've dragged her to horse shows all over the place, and believe me, it's not glamorous. And probably not super fun for Kate, but she comes anyway. Her ability to be there is one of her strongest traits. When I was a new mother to Ethan, I didn't know what I didn't know. I was getting no sleep and running on fumes. Kate came to our house, swept in, took newborn Ethan and shooed me to bed. She stayed up all night into the wee hours of the morning, holding the baby and maybe binging some Netflix, allowing me to get some undisturbed sleep. This is a strong foundation as Kate and Zach embark on their lifetime together. Marriage is a union of two people through ups and downs, good times and bad, but I want you to always remember that as you walk through life together, remember, even though you both share many qualities that are very much the same, you are each unique, and it is your differences that help bring you together. Give your love openly and honestly, always respect and accept what the other has to say, even when you do not agree. Take time to enjoy every day, share adventures, and remember that each day is a new beginning. Speaking of uniqueness, we know and love Katie for her fun, outgoing ways. Zach, on the other hand, we have a love for his quiet, thoughtful demeanor. I know the two of you will continue to balance and challenge each other in your happily ever after. Friends and family, please join me in congratulating Katie and Zach. May they continue to write your love story for many, many happy years. I love you both. Cheers.
What a nice job. What a beautiful family Liz has brought. Half the bridal party with her kids, right? Once again, let's give it up for Katie and Zach. We have a little, I guess, responsibility to do right now is cut that cake. So join us by the cake for a little cake cutting. Their first duty as husband and wife.